Hey everyone, hey brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, another day closer in this biblical world that we all live in. A couple people have asked if I've seen the Katt Williams interview. I still have not seen it, but Vigilant Citizen, I will link this article below so you can read it if you'd like. It kind of gives certain points about the interview because it's like 3 hours long. I don't even need to say this, right? Like, we must be careful with people that come out of the industry or are involved in the industry somehow. I'm not saying I don't believe what Katt Williams says in his interview, because a lot of what he says makes a lot of sense and I think is true. But we must be careful because, right, Hegelian dialectic, like there's a problem, they offer the solution, maybe a choice, another solution, right? That kind of thing. So it's very hard to trust Katt Williams, but he seems like he's like in the industry, but like this says, he names names and he talks about the satanic influence, more than an influence in Hollywood. But again, right, like he talks about men, especially black men, dressing up as women, feminizing them, and a whole bunch of other things, like a whole bunch of homosexual stuff in the industry, about how people get roles, right? So I will link this interview below if you'd like to read it. And even Vigilant Citizen, like he's not a Christian, he's a Muslim, unless he's come out as Christian recently. So just be careful with that, because all the time he shows the satanic world. Has he not figured out that, well, if the satanic world is real, then Jesus is real? That goes without saying. But a lot of people, they'll know the satanic stuff going on, but they won't put it together that it's like, oh, Jesus and the Bible are real, right? And now I'll move on to photographers. Herman Leonard was a famous photographer, mostly known for like jazz footage. And he's got a lot of black and white photos of like Miles Davis and Frank Sinatra and whatever. And wouldn't you know, he's posing here. It's a little small, hard to see, but he's doing the Uttara Bodhi Mudra. Of course he is. Here's my Pinterest. Lately, I haven't been putting stuff in folders. I'm just saving like the individual folders for like the actor, musician, whatever. But I have a folder called photographers, and Annie Leibovitz, right? What's she doing? One eye symbolism, right? I still get questions like, isn't it just the photographers making them do it? That can be the case in some cases, but I think for sure when these people are out in the wild and paparazzi take a picture, they still like to throw up the sign symbols and they like to push the agendas. So if you want to go to my Pinterest, it's on my YouTube page where you can find it, or ask me for the link and I'll give it to you. I have over 30,000 pictures saved, all showing the same things, the signs, symbols, and agendas. John Rankin Waddell, he's doing 666 in the Eye of Horus. Here's some of the people he's taken photographs of. Here he is again, covering one eye, doing the Eye of Horus there, right? Always troublesome when children are involved in this nonsense. And there's, I can't even remember his name, doesn't matter. But these people are doing the signs and symbols. Irving Penn, James Nelson. Luke Austin photographs trans women, in quotes. So he photographs men. That's what he's taking a photograph of. And you can see here, this person looks like a man, but you can see they have scars under where their breasts were removed. This is the extreme that the world is going to. I do not hate this person. I'm concerned for this person. They're doing something that they'll probably regret. They're doing something that God calls sin and abomination. We should, it can be very hard to be a Christian at times because the world doesn't want to listen. And often the world gets mad if you start talking about Jesus and the Bible and sin and truth and salvation and forgiveness and all these things that are very important. Meanwhile, the world, especially Hollywood and the news, they promote this stuff as a good thing, as a positive, when it's definitely a negative. So again, this photographer takes pictures of men, but they're women. And whatever, just some more stuff here in the folder. Here's a photographer named Danny Klitsch. He's doing the Eye of Horus. Of course he is. Brothers and sisters, it's hard to get through to people, but we're going to keep on trying. Keep looking up. Our redemption draws near. God bless you, everyone.